Hi everyone, I'm Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today we're going to talk about how to get into the cycle of keeping up with inflation right now when it comes to your budget and it comes to your spending. Sometimes we get that budget set and we think that everything is pretty much the same month to month, but right now medicine is going up, gas is going up, food is changing prices every single day. So a lot of times that budget isn't accurate. Sometimes we need to go in and tweak it, change it, cut from here, add to there to keep it being an accurate, useful piece of information for us. If you're not sure what you're spending compared to what you're earning, a lot of people will say keep track of every penny. Well, I find that very burdensome, and I don't personally have the time to track every single penny. I did that for 1 month just to see where I was at, and I was fine. But things have been changing constantly. So if you don't feel like you have the time to put into every single penny, maybe just take 1 week, just 1 week. Write down what you make every day when you go to work, and then keep track of what you spent when you went to work that week. Include your gas, your food, your snacks, your electricity, anything that you spent. Keep track of that and see if you actually came out in the black or if you came out in the red. It's a real eye-opener to see how much things are costing nowadays. You can go to work and maybe make $18 an hour, but by the time you filled your car with gas, by the time you bought groceries for 2 or 3 days, by the time you've paid a couple of those things, you realize that you came home with hardly anything in your pocket, and you still had to pay taxes on that, and you still had contributions to your 401k. So it's very important to get a real clear mental picture of what's going out and what's going in right now, because I think you would be surprised if you actually put pencil to paper and took a look at that. So as you're tweaking and cutting and changing and moving numbers, again, it's important to constantly look around your house and say, where can I save money? Where can I make changes that will help me? And I am a big believer in take care of the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. If you're constantly looking for little ways to save, it makes a huge difference in the end. And it makes you not have to come up with money in between times for all of these little purchases that are taking dings right out of your paycheck. For instance, I do not buy sponges. I've never bought sponges. I use a rag. I don't buy paper towels. I use a rag. I don't buy Clorox wipes to clean my bathroom. I use a rag. All of those little things cut into your budget, cut into your shopping budget, and they add up by the time you're adding up paper towels, sponges, Clorox wipes. All of those little things add up, and the next thing you know, you have a $10 bill spent again. So take a look at little things like that that eat into your budget that aren't really food and aren't really things that you actually can't live without. Another thing that we have started doing is we are using our tortilla bags as Ziploc bags. I don't use a lot of Ziploc bags, but every now and then they come in handy. Say you made corn on the cob and you have a couple of ears left and they don't really fit into any of your dishes. If you've saved your tortilla bags, you can put them in here and stick them in the fridge. Say you have a bag of fries and they busted open and you've used part of them. You can stick them in here, Ziploc them shut, and use that to keep your fries from spilling all over. I'm saving all of these especially because my husband is gluten-free. So I save every gluten-free bag, every gluten-free tortilla bag, because I know when I put leftovers in there, they're safe for him to eat later. I don't have to worry about any cross-contamination if I bought bread for myself and then bought something for him. That I don't save the bread bags that my stuff comes in because I just don't want that cross-contamination. but I save all of the stuff his stuff comes in because I know I can safely wrap things and store them without him getting sick. Another thing that I've started saving is my coffee cans. These make great storage containers for rice, for beans, for all kinds of things that you don't want to worry about something getting in them as we're starting to store things. We want to make sure that our food that we do have is not going to waste, is not going to spoil, and is not going to get buggy. And if your freezers are full like mine have been, you need to look for storage containers like this and not throw them in your recycle bin, because they do really come in handy so that you can store some of those things later on. If you continue to save and make little adjustments like this throughout your process of taking care of your family, you will save in the long run. And that's what we all need to do right now, is to be able to save for the long run. It's going to make a difference later on, even if you can't see it right now. All these little changes that we make. And I've noticed that our electric bill has been increasing again this summer. So I went online and I made myself an account with the electric company, and I can see my usage. I can see it hourly if I need to. And I know how to go and make adjustments. I know how to go around and say, okay, what are we using that is making this go up? Did we leave something on in another room? Did we leave something plugged in another room? Because our usage is going up. And I know that seems like you're having to micromanage your life. If you don't, then you get that bill at the end of the month that's doubled, or maybe 2/3 larger than it should have been, and you're going, great, now I need a second job. Great, how am I gonna pay this? Great, now I gotta use my charge card. You don't want those little things to creep up on you and just totally blow your budget, because they can do it very easily. We're having extremely hot temperatures all across the grid right now. I have friends in the UK that are saying that have unseasonably hot temperatures right now, and they don't even have air conditioners. So we have to stay on top of that. Right now we're in the triple digits in Kansas. So we were raised without an air conditioner. I don't like to live like that when it gets in the triple digits. So when it gets unbearable, we flip the air on for a few minutes, take the house down about 10 degrees, and then we flip it off. We have window AC units, and at night we will run it in our bedroom so that we can sleep comfortably when it's really hot. But during the day we try to bear as much of it as we can, and then just flip it on for a few minutes and flip it off to bring the temperature down in the house. And it makes a huge difference for us. Last summer our bill was $67. This summer it has been about $140. Now my husband is home during the day also, and that makes a huge difference. So he needs to run a box fan, he needs to do some things like that. But be aware of what you're using. Don't let those monthly bills creep up and then just sting you, and then you are set back for another couple of months trying to figure out what you're going to do, because that was an unexpected increase in something that you had budgeted. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Please follow my channel for more. I appreciate your support, and you have a great day.